Welcome all. Today we'll have a practice session on subject verb agreement in English. Let's get started. The first sentence is Annie and her brothers dash at school. Is or are? The right answer is are. Why? Because when the subject of the sentence is composed of two or more nouns. Here what is the subject? Annie and her brothers. So here the subject is composed of two nouns. And if that is connected by and, then we should use a plural verb. So here Annie and her brothers, both Annie and her brothers are connected by the coordinating conjunction and therefore we use are over is. Let's look at the second sentence. The dog or the cat is outside. Why is it is and not are? The dog or the cat are outside. Because when two or more singular noun, why is a singular noun here? Because it's the dog and not the dogs. And again, if you look at this, it's the cat and not cats. Therefore, both are singular nouns and they are connected by or. So, when two or more singular nouns or pronouns are connected by or nor, then we should use a singular verb. Now, let's look at these two sentences. The dog or the cats dash outside. And the right answer is are outside. Either my shoes or your coat is always on the floor. It's not either my shoes or your coat are always on the floor. Why is that so? Why does the third sentence or the third example has are and the fourth one has is? So the reason is when a compound subject, that is the dog and the cats, that's the subject here, right? The dog or the cats. And here it's either my shoes or your coat, that's the compound subject. Contains both singular and plural noun. Yes, they contain both singular and plural noun. The dog is singular, the cat's plural. Similarly, the shoes is plural and your coat is singular. So, when a compound subject contains a singular and a plural noun or pronoun joined by or nor, the verb should agree with the part of the subject that's nearer to the verb. What is nearer to the verb here? So, the blank that's supposed to fill or have the verb, which is and are. What's the subject nearest to the blank? In the third sentence, it is the cats. And because cats is plural, we should use are. Whereas in the fourth sentence, your coat is singular and therefore we use the singular verb is. I hope I made that clear to you. Let's look at the next set of examples. George and Tara don't want to see that movie. Vaiga doesn't know the answer. He doesn't know. They don't know. I don't know. You don't tell me that. So these are the example sentences. Now the first rule is doesn't should be used only with a singular subject. So now your question is how come 9 and 10 does not have doesn't, right? Okay, before I get to that, let us also look at the use of don't. Don't is a contraction of do not and should be used only with a plural subject. If you see John and Tara, that's a plural subject, right? They're two people. So it is followed by don't. Similarly, they, it's a plural subject followed by don't. Now, there is an exception to this rule. The exception is that in the case of first person and second person pronoun I and you, one should always use don't and never doesn't. So you should not say I doesn't know. You should not say you doesn't tell me that. Okay, so you should always use the word I don't with I and you. Now let's look at the next set of sentences. One of the boxes is open. The people who listen to that music are few. The team captain, as well as his players, is anxious. The book, including all the chapters in the first section, is boring. The woman with all the dogs walks down my street. Now, why is it one of the boxes is open and not one of the boxes are open? Please don't be misled by a phrase that comes between the subject and the verb. For example, here, if you look at sentence 15, the woman with all the dogs. With all the dogs is an additional phrase there. Similarly, the book, including all the chapters in the first section. The actual subject is a woman there. Sentence 14, it's the book. In sentence 13, it's the team captain. And in sentence 12, it's the people. So, in sentences 13, 14, 15, the subject is singular. Do not be misled by the phrase that comes between the subject and the verb. Therefore, with sentences 13, 14 and 15, we have a singular verb following the subject, the singular subject. Now, if you look at sentence number 12, the people who listen to the music are few. The people is a subject there, and therefore, people being a plural noun should be followed by the plural verb are and not the singular verb is. Now, one of the boxes, it's not all of the boxes, it's one of the boxes, and therefore, the subject there is one, and therefore, one of the boxes is open and not one of the boxes are open. So, here what you need to keep in mind is the verb agrees with the subject, not with a noun or the pronoun in that particular phrase. Okay. So, please do not be misled by a phrase that comes between the subject and the verb. The verb agrees with the subject, not with a noun or pronoun in the phrase. Now, each of these donuts is yummy. Everybody knows Mr. Ram. Either is correct. What's the reason for the singularity here? The words each, one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anybody, anyone, nobody, somebody, someone, and no one are singular and they require a singular verb. Therefore, it is everybody knows Mr. Ram and not everybody know Mr. Ram. Either is correct and not either are correct. Each of these donuts, because we have the word each there, we should use the verb is and not are. The news is on at 6. Why don't we say the news are on at 6? Because nouns such as civics, mathematics, dollars, measles, and news require singular verbs. That's the rule. The word dollar is a special case. When talking about an amount of money, it requires a singular verb. But when referring to dollars themselves, a plural verb is required. For example, $5 is a lot of money. Now, when you're talking about dollars themselves, dollars are often used instead of rubles in Russia. Okay. So, with dollars, is and are both are used, but it depends on the context. When you're talking about an amount of money, then it is followed by a singular verb. Whereas if you're talking about the dollar itself, then you need to use a plural verb. Let's look at the next set of sentences. These scissors are dull. Those trousers are made of wool. Why aren't we saying these scissors is dull or those trousers is made of wool? Because nouns such as scissors, tweezers, trousers, etc. require plural verb. They are always considered plural. A pair of scissors, a pair of trousers. It could be a single item, but they're seen as pair. You know, therefore we use the plural verb because we consider them as plural subjects. The next set of sentences, the team runs during practice. The committee decides how to proceed. The family has a long history. The class is very noisy. How come the team, the committee, the family, the class, which is composed of a number of people, is followed by a singular noun? The reason is collective nouns are words that imply more than one person but are considered singular and take a singular verb, because these are all collective nouns and collective nouns take singular verb. Therefore, we have runs, decides, has, and is following team, committee, family, and class. I hope you liked this practice session. I will meet you with a different topic on a different day. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye.